Hey, what's up, Facebook world? I gotta talk a little bit low. If you know me, I'm a little bit louder of a speaker. Some people call me the dictator. Anyways, my daughter's sleeping in the background, so I don't want to wake her up. I'm gonna go live with mi amigo, Mr. Al Torre Worldwide. You might have heard of him before. I'm just gonna invite him right now, and while I'm waiting for him to hop on, I'm gonna be popping out some invitations. Edgar Morales, seja bem-vindo. Let's see if Al Torre's on. Patrick, how you doing, my friend? We got David on. We got 11 people on already. I'm waiting for Al Torre. So here's the top conversation. As we get going, hit that share button. We're gonna have some epic conversation tonight. There he is, Al Torre. Me and Al have been talking a lot about the levels and states of awareness, and also the transformation of mankind as we know it. There's Al Torre Worldwide. Dude, where'd you get those drapes at in the background?
Oh, dude, Amazon.
Oh, yeah, looks like it, dude. Looks like Amazon. Alexa ordered for you. Sweet, dude. Yeah. All right, Al, tell them to share that link.
Hey, who's here? So let's see who's here. Patrick is here. Let me invite some cool people. Dude, here's what we want to do. Tamika joined. Wow, what a great topic. I would be joining if I wasn't here. Let's see here. So please.
I would join if I wasn't here. Yeah. That is awesome. I just invited my mom to it. She will cringe when she hears what we have to say tonight. I love her so much, though. Okay, guys, I'm about to pass out. F my life, dude. Take an energy pill or something. I don't know. Do some jumping jacks, right?
Dude, I got the answer for you.
What? For what?
For Michelle. So I was like, just.
Oh, you asked?
I did. So I finally got it. I'm gonna send it to you.
Just tell me. Tell me what it is.
Oh no, let me see. Oh, dude, don't worry about it. Let's just keep going.
Now I'm gonna wonder. My wife just joined. I hope she's not driving while she's joining. Okay, cool. Topic of conversation.
Share the stream, guys. Please share the stream. We were talking. Colton and I were talking about so many cool things. By the way, I'm Al Torre. If you know me as Mr. Worldwide, that's cool. But I'm based out of South Florida. I'm in Boca Raton, and yeah, we're crushing it in the real estate business out here. And
you are.
We're looking for a new buyer's agent. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I got some cool things coming out this summer.
I love how you just pause in the middle of it.
Dude, because it gets in the way. That's what it is. Just, I think he probably doesn't need that level of prompts and diversion. It gets in the way.
Oh, it gets in the way of the conversation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it probably does. I get that. I got to remember to drink it, and I just always have it. You know what I mean?
I just thought it was interesting because I really wanted to know, because it kind of like stayed in my mind, like, what's the problem with it? Anyway, so Colton and I were talking about a great topic. What is it?
Transcendental meditation, known as TM short. It's meditation that performed twice daily in a transcendent state. Oh yeah, flip your camera around. Maybe I have to do it. So up in the top left, there's this little magic wand. You just click on it and then click on the wrench and hit horizontal flip. And look at me, now I'm flipped. I flipped around. Now I can come back over here. Either way, I'm flipped. Claudia Steppen, you showed up. Is that how you say it? Showed on.
Roberto.
Let's dive into this conversation, dude.
Yeah, dude. Great topic. Dude, I can't flip my screen, but this is my recommendation. This is my book recommendation for today. This book is the real deal. It's called The Net and the Butterfly. Great book.
What's it about?
What's up?
What's about the book?
So the book talks about how like all these big guys, big thinkers like Steve Jobs and these guys that really kind of changed the world, you know, they would do a technique which would be like they would imagine what they were trying to create, and then the second step they would go for a long walk, and then we'll go to bed, like, and then at night they would just exactly like have the real true vision and a dream of exactly how to do it and how.
You know what that's called? You know what that's called?
What is?
Inception.
Ooh. Okay.
right? Remember the movie
Yeah, yeah,
Inception where they plant the belief, but they
yeah,
do it in the dream,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
But how do
I
you know
work
what's
for.
real? Like, how do I know this is real here right now?
I don't fucking know what's real. This might not be real, dude. Like, dude,
Right.
it's like parallel.
How do you
Like,
know if it's
remember
real?
that
This
movie?
could just be a projection of my mind of you here and there, and now we're like next to each other on Facebook. But
I don't. I don't know if I'm such a self-centered, egotistical asshole to believe that I am the center of everything and everything is a projection of my mind, or am I just like in a giant computer system?
yeah,
It's all made up. Patrick said it's
like
all. It's all made up.
it's all made up. Yeah.
So if it's all made up, why do people? Why do people get all like stressed out and worried and depressed and angry? Why is that even happening if it's not even real? Yeah, Patrick, we get to create whatever we want.
Oh yeah.
Whatever we want.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
the
the
way to
coolest
create,
thing. Yeah.
that's what's so cool. The way to, one of the strategies to create whatever we want is through the power of our imagination,
Yeah.
right? So I heard Steve Jobs once talk in an interview that he had the idea of the iPad before the iPhone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you know what, I gotta take this idea though. Then he realized about the iPhone after the fact, after they created the technology for the iPad, and he's like, dude, we gotta turn this into a phone, right? So he's like, I took the idea of the iPad and this is how he described it exactly. I took that idea of the iPad and I set it on the shelf, and then I grabbed the iPhone and I pulled it off the shelf, and then we put it onto the table, and then we created the plan to bring it out to the marketplace.
That's really
But
cool.
see how specific he talks with the conversation?
Yeah.
He literally had an idea that he said he's got a shelf of ideas.
Yeah.
How many ideas do you got on your shelf, or do you even know what your ideas are? Have you inventoried your ideas?
You know, and you could really do that even with meeting somebody that you're trying to meet, like somebody that's going to open a door for you or something. Like you could literally just, I mean, it sounds kind of whacked out or crazy, but you could do that. You could literally imagine the whole thing and how it'll play out. And you imagine the whole thing played out. Then you literally go for a long walk. It's really what it's recommended based on this.
How long a walk?
Shit, I have to finish this. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but there's like a certain step. And if you listen to this guy, his name is Judah Polak, Judah Polak. If you go on YouTube, you could find him. And
what's so funny about that is we don't have no idea who this dude is, and we're just taking his word from his book. Like that's how crazy we've come in our lives.
But it's
how do you know if his shit's like resonates or not? Like how do you know it's like something to follow, or if it's not hocus pocus?
Like the relaxation response, you know. I mean, this is crazy. Like, its stuff is like powerful. So anyway, so that with the other day, you know, we talked about a meeting that I had with a client, and the outcome was not really what I wanted, right? Claudia says you got to try and see if it works. She's right. Anyways,
dude, I heard that if you imagine long enough that you grow wings out your back and jump off a cliff, you can fly.
Yeah.
Should I try that?
Shit, I don't know, man.
I don't think I can try that.
Not live, not on live Facebook. But
on my Facebook.
Yeah, not Facebook.
Off live stream.
Not on live stream. But you know, dude, like, so I actually thought about that. We talk a lot, you know. So he said, dude, I was like, just imagine that meeting going well. And guess what, man? I did that. I just imagined the whole thing. I met somebody else the next day, and it went just the way I wanted it. You know.
I remember early on in my career, I would role play. I would visualize listing presentations in my head, word for word, like what they would say.
Yeah.
Picking up the pen and just naturally signing the contract.
Yeah.
So what about that? What about in Charlotte when I ran you guys through that? Remember that mastermind activity where you imagined those people in your head? Who did you have in your head?
I had Emmett Fox, great dude.
Emmett Fox. Yeah.
I had Tony Robbins. I had Grant Cardone in my mastermind. I had Thomas Edison. And I had Napoleon Hill.
Dude, you know what? I gotta put together an audio version of that track.
Yeah.
So I can listen to it myself. I've never experienced it myself.
That's cool. Look, man, I tell you what, like I remember that moment and actually walking through, because we walked through like a lake.
Yeah.
And we crossed over a bridge, and we sat down and we sat in a circle. This is this never happened, you know, but this is exactly how it happened in my head. So when you were doing this whole thing and you were actually narrating this, and I think it's called dude, I can't think. It's too late here, but but you actually said the whole thing, how it played out. We were over the bridge, sat down in a circle. Tony Robbins was actually late to my meeting, you know.
What an asshole.
Yeah, so
I can't believe he was late to meeting with you in the middle of the forest across the bridge.
I couldn't
remember the rabbit that run by, the little rabbit.
Yeah, the rabbit. Dude, I was like, who comes up with that? And you look over the other side and you see something, you know, and
a deer across the side of it.
But you know,
tell these people what you're talking about. Like, so let's just clue them in. We were at a mastermind in Charlotte for the real estate hustlers, and there was, how many were there at that one? 12 or something? 10? I don't remember. There's 10 or 12 of us.
Well, hey, man, we share the stream because we got 7. I want to share the stream. This is going to be powerful stuff.
Yeah, click share. Like, where does this shit like? This shit is like, I would say this is where most of my creation comes from. Like anything I've done spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, it started doing these activities. Like fuck everything else that people talk about you got to do to make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, this is where it really is at, right? So in this conversation, how long did it take to consistently imagine the council?
Corey, share this.
So for this experience, Corey, I actually walked people through the council meeting. And so that's what I did. I described walking down this road. Remember the leaves? We went into the forest, crossed the lake, and then you went into the special meeting place. And then you invited one by one the meeting council to your group, right?
Yeah.
And then we asked. You had specific questions you asked. I didn't even give you the questions. I just said, hey, what are 3 questions you want to ask these people in the mastermind today? And then so it was like a mastermind inside of the mastermind, right? Like 2 levels deep. And then after each one answered, like we took a long time and you wrote out the answer from every person. Remember when you gave your response?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the questions or the answers you asked?
Yeah, actually, one of the questions I brought up.
Hey, Patrick.
Hey, cool. Hey, Patrick. One of the questions I asked was, what's the one gift that I have right now that could help a lot of people, right? And even though I have an idea and my business runs like because I'm great at what I do and but that was one question. Then I also asked like what would be the next step for me to take to get to the next level? And that was like about 10 months ago now.
6, 7, 8 or 9 months.
Yeah. And we put this together, while we were there.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And that's creating into your life right now. I totally forgot.
And it's coming right, and it's happening. That's the point. Exactly.
Gary V talks about, like, obviously you want to be all the way through that creation into existence, right? Already, like, and beyond that, right? Gary V talks about how important patience is while manifesting the creation. Have you ever heard him talk about that?
Yeah, he talks about being patiently impatient,
Patiently impatient. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, he says that. So because he says it just like this, dude, you gotta be fucking patient. He says just like Gary Vee is just a cool dude, and this stuff takes time, right? Look, we walked through that council meeting, and it really gave me a perspective on so many different things. How about you, man? Tell me what were your questions?
So my question was, how could I most impact the world before I die?
Yeah.
And the biggest answer I remember was from Tony Robbins, who said, give the gift you've been given.
Yeah.
And then that was like, boom, fuck, let's go do it. I had Jesus in my council on that mastermind, and he said, just give love. So that's all I try to do. I'm not the best at it though, dude, because I'm kind of like intense with it sometimes. Like I want it so bad for people, even when it's like clearly they don't want it. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like pull your head out of your ass. This is your one life you got. You're gonna fucking die, dude. Like get your shit together. And that way of delivering the message does not always come across as like, okay, I get what you're saying. It comes across like, dude, you're a dick, man. Dictator.
Yeah.
Dude, my old assistant that no longer works with the company, she called me a dictator. So now everyone at the office calls me the dictator.
Is it with a K? dictator or?
Yeah, they literally have put pictures of dictators up, like potatoes in the shape of penises. It's actually kind of funny, quite comical. But
so Colton, let me ask you this, bro. Does that mean that you're hard on yourself? Like,
oh hell yeah, I'm hard on myself. I've always been hard on myself.
I beat myself.
I know when it started. Dude,
Yeah.
4 years old when I spilled that red punch on the carpet and I pissed my parents off. That day forward, I had to prove myself. Now that became the behavior, right? And you don't just shake a behavior like that. I'm just aware of it now, and being aware of it, I can tame it.
Adam joined. Hey, Claudia says intense love. That's really, really where it's at right there.
Hey, Adam, I got a tip. I got some advice for you, bro.
Adam is a cool man, dude.
I heard this from somewhere, and I don't know, but I love it.
Oh, man.
When you're going through hell, keep on going. You might just leave one day. Ain't that the truth, right?
Why slow down?
Why slow down? Just go right through it.
Go through the door, go through the wall, just freaking keep going. Yeah.
Dude, so check this out. Anyone that shares this stream, next week I'm going to be giving something cool away. I will give you an added entry to this, and this will be a value of no less than $100 that I'm going to be giving away next week. So share that and just tag the WGR, hashtag the WGR, so I can go look at it.
Yeah.
And
if you share the stream, also what I'm going to give away is my voicemail training system, which is $97, and I'm going to give it for free. It's the best voicemails to make a sale on the phone. If you want to get a call back or get people calling you back. So I'm going to give it for free. Share the stream, tag me, send me a message. And if we're not friends, make sure you tag me and send me a message.
If you're not friends, go friend him.
Yeah. And make sure, I get so many requests a day, man, that I tell people to
bored, wait, Al, if you get bored, go follow us on Instagram. I'm the WGR. What are you on Instagram? Al Torrey _worldwide.
Yep. How'd you know?
I follow you on Instagram. I double tap your ass up on there. I'm like,
give me some love.
Okay, so here's what we're talking about. Like, we were talking about this earlier, how existence is transformed. Like, literally one of my best friends, I don't even know if he's real at this moment. I met him in life once, but Al Torrey, I talk with him through a virtual fucking device at more than I talk to 3D human beings back here. And I used to think that was weird, but I feel better talking to you than the 3D humans I was talking to here. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does make sense. Yep. So what's the one breakthrough you've had this year that you feel is maybe
hiring, recruiting, getting the recruiting system in place to bring people into the organization? One. Number two is the process to vet them as person to join my organization. And number three, I definitely feel like I've proven this success for myself, is the training and leadership once you've hired them. I have made some bad hires that we've let people go. We've had people quit. We've made some mistakes there, but the people we do have are freaking core epic people. And I believe now we've been able to narrow down versus just casting a giant net and hiring and hope it works. It's more like we can really target more people that are doing awesome stuff, like the guys on our team and gals. We just hired our first gal, Darcy, for the social media director.
Oh yeah.
So as dudes, we got a gal.
Mad props to her, man. She's
yeah, dude, she's epic though. I freaking enjoy her. Darcy.
I may just pay for her housing and have her move to Florida and do my stuff here, man.
Yeah. Darcy Liptrot. She's freaking awesome.
Yeah. That's cool, man. And how do you get your staff to do the meditation that we talked about, the
dude, they just do it themselves, man. Yeah. Oh, that one, I haven't done that with them before, actually.
Dylan,
what up, Dylan Burnett? I gotta call you later tonight.
Hey, Adam, if you share the stream, yeah, Dylan, you know, we're supposed to connect today. What happened? You share the stream, you get $5, and you're gonna get my voicemail training platform for free.
D Burnett, you better hit that share button.
Everybody share the stream right now, please. I need your help, and I'm going to give you this.
No, you don't need it. You don't need their help, Al. You're asking for it.
Well, I mean,
that you can help. Please help Al by getting the share on. And small plug, if you're a realtor, go to fearlessagent.com and sign up for coaching and training.
Or call me and I'll take you to a different level of training.
You'll get a voicemail training. Give him a call. Give him a call. Oh, no, dude. You have to be Dylan, you have to be pulled out of a hat to get the gift card. Just because you shared it gets you entered. It doesn't guarantee it.
Yeah. Hey, so what's this whole
thanks for shares, David.
The emotional scale you were talking about earlier, right?
Yeah. Haven't we talked about that before?
No.
We've never talked about the emotional guidance scale.
No.
Never. You and I never talked about it. Hold on, dude. Here, talk to them for a second. I gotta grab my little.
I don't see. Where is she? Let me see.
Okay, I'll get you a drink. I gotta get her a drink.
Oh man, David, I'll send you the card, man. Send me your email, dude. I do send it out. Just send me a message with your email, and I will send it out to you, man. I promise you, I will. Make a note here.
Okay, so the emotional guidance scale is how it's your energy, right? So do you have your computer right there?
Yeah.
I want you to Google emotional guidance scale. We're just gonna walk through this. Dude, do you have so many little kid cups that like you can't put the pieces of them together?
I don't know where the lids are.
Right, dude. You get so many of them, you can't freaking figure out which lid goes with what. I think we're going to make a new rule at my house. Only the same kind of sippy cups made, or whatever these are. No more mismatching in different colors. And
how about the shoes, man? I can't find the matching pair.
yeah, dude. Sometimes my kid don't get matching shoes. It's just the reality.
Matching.
Claudia's like, they fall on me when I open the cabinets. So did you pull it up?
I'm trying to log in here.
Look at how domesticated I am. Getting my kids some water. You pull it up yet?
Yep, coming up. Yeah, you see it?
Okay, so scroll for one. It's 22 different emotions. Read those emotions for us, start to top, from top to bottom.
Let's see. Hold on.
What's up, Logan Stewart? My fellow real estate hustler. I can't wait to see you in November, my man.
He's the dude, man. Okay, emotional.
Got it? I'm actually teaching this pretty deep inside of our FNN class, our financial freedom class. You want to show?
Okay, cool. Okay.
Dude, I definitely.
Joy, love, freedom. Right here. I found it. Right here.
Okay, read them to everyone.
Okay.
You want a different drink?
You got joy, appreciation, passion. Number 3, enthusiasm. Number 4, positive expectation. Number 5, optimism. Number 6, hopefulness. Number 7, contentment. Number 8, boredom. Number 9, pessimism. Number 10, frustration, impatience. 11, overwhelming. 12, disappointment. 13, doubt. 14, worry. 15, blame. 16, discouragement. 17, anger. 18, revenge. 19, hatred. 20, jealousy. 21, insecurity. 22, fear, grief, depression, despair, powerlessness.
Okay, so where do you feel? Where are you on that guidance scale right now?
Oh, dude, I'm a 1 or a 3, man. I'm a 1 or 2, right up in there.
Okay, so those first 6 or 7 emotions, what is the 7th emotion?
Contentment.
Contentment?
Yeah.
So what's just below that? Boredom?
Yep.
Okay, so boredom enters the feel bad negative vibrations zone.
Yeah.
That resists what you want. And if you do a 6 or 7, that's contentment. That's a feel good zone. Feel good zone is it's a way to like attract what you want, the creation, the manifestation. Make sense?
Yeah.
So during the day, self-awareness for me is just checking where I'm at. So I have Ben asked everyone on our team 3 or 4 times a day, hey, where you at on your emotional guidance scale? So then we're aware. It doesn't matter if you're a 12 or a 4, you're just aware so that you don't have to stay there if you are a 12. You can say, okay, what do I got to do to feel a little bit better?
You know, and
physiology, thoughts, words.
Sometimes you got to force it.
Sometimes you do got to force it. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you got to go to the gym even when you don't want to go to the gym.
Yeah, you just got to.
Sometimes you got to prospect even when you don't want to prospect. Hey, hold on 1 second. I'm going to grab some.
Guys, can somebody share the stream? Give me some likes, some loves.
Did it still play your video while I was on pause there?
No, actually, I actually had to get something myself, so I had to switch over the screen. So I wasn't here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, hold on. 1 more second and we're back.
What's up, Kate? Really cool.
So I always just check myself on my emotions.
Yeah.
Make sense? So let's talk about these different states of consciousness. What do you know about different levels of consciousness?
I mean, there's certainly a level that, the creativity where it lies right in there, and it takes a certain type of meditation to get to it, dude. And I'm not really versed in it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So from my experience, I learned about transcendental meditation probably when I was, 23 years old, 9 years ago. And I haven't always been consistent. I've been most consistent this last year. I'd gone in phases, but I've been most consistent this last year. And I've only been doing it 1 time per week for the last few months, but I've been doing it this last week twice a day. Previously, before the end of last year, I was twice a day, every day. Like, that's when I really started cranking out my weight loss and my health. I was visualizing that a lot.
That's cool.
But so with transcendence, though, it's the space in between the thought, right?
Yeah. And
it's like one level deeper.
Yeah. So that I'm familiar with, you know. So
for those people that are watching, it's like, well, what space between, what thought are you talking about? Like that thought, that little conversation you're having, that's the thought. Imagine if you could go in between those thoughts. Right. Like it's peaceful. It is the
real nirvana,
and the most amazing high I've ever felt in my life, and I've felt some pretty cool highs.
Yeah.
So how do you get there? How do you get there?
How do you get there?
Yeah. How do you go? How do you get to the place between the thoughts?
Well, I sit down for 20 minutes, and I don't always get there, you know, but I do sit down for 20 minutes in the morning, and I try to just observe my thoughts, right? Just observe rather than react or oh man, there's that thought, go away. I just observe my thoughts, like the observing mind, right?
Do you mantra? Do you have a mantra?
Every day is different.
What is some of the mantras you've used?
Well, I mean, dude, it depends. Like recently it was more like I'm just really creative, or I create things for value for people. I bring value for people, others. It just has to do with other people and value and creation. That's all. That's what it has to do with.
Dude, one of my favorite mantras that when I get stressed is I use let it go, let it go, let it go. And so then what happens is my thoughts go off over here, this fucking conversation. I stop the mantra, and then I become aware that, wait, dude, I'm having this conversation. right? Like that's like one step deeper, the awareness, and then there's the awareness of the awareness, right? And that's the gap. And so then I go back to let it go, and then that starts to center in. Next thing you go in between, and like let it go disappears, and it's just like.
Yeah, there's a really good meditation for that, Brendan Bouchard.
Yeah, we did that. Remember we did that in Charlotte too?
It's the best 19 minutes, I think it is.
I think it's about 19 minutes. It's great. I've done it by myself sometimes too.
Yeah.
It's free on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Just Google, just YouTube Brendan Bouchard meditation.
Yeah. But one of the things that I struggle with is like staying consistent when I don't want to be consistent doing it.
Yeah.
You know, because I get so busy and
that's when you need to do it more. You know what I mean?
Right. It's kind of weird. It's kind of it's right. I get that part, but it's kind of hard to do it when I'm just so busy.
Have you done some yoga, Katie? And I hope I say this right. Is it Hionas? I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Hionas, yeah.
Have you ever done yoga? Have you ever done yoga? Al?
I've never done yoga. I don't know about that. I mean,
I've done some yoga, but not like a ton. I've done morning movement, which is pretty fun. Pretty like cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
my team meditates often, so it helps me remind myself to meditate.
Colton, is there a place in your house, like your home, that you feel the most peace and the most creative at? Like, is there that place, or anywhere in your office?
Just my house in general is probably the most like. I mean, it's definitely a spiritual place here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about in the drive home? Is there a certain place that you can pull over and stop and get clear your mind? Is there a place like that besides? I
don't do that. No.
Yeah. So we have really awesome like ocean like front areas here.
we don't have an ocean front here. No.
So this is how you pronounce Katie's name.
Hionis. Hionis. Katie Hionis.
Yeah. Cool. Katie.
Like Jonas. I think Jonas has got to be a Greek name.
It's definitely. So I see her on the live news a lot now. She's like.
I know. She's been popping up. Her name's been getting seen. She's part of our vibe has made her part of our tribe.
Let's go. The vibe. That was Colton.
BC brought that up today. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah. Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Dude, hey, man. Speaking of Katie, do you like this topic of conversation? I actually have some really big players. Do you remember Spring Benson, Al?
Yeah.
I don't know, she'll probably do $2 million, $1.5 million or something in revenue this year. Pretty epic sales team. She's starting, she wants me to help her launch a women's mastermind group. So she wants to attract some really big, epic people into that mastermind. So, Katie, awesome. If you're interested, I could set you up with a conversation with her about the details. Mm-hmm. Super killer people. Like, she is one of the coolest, biggest thinkers I've ever met.
Yeah.
She's really stretched my thinking, that's for sure.
How big is her team, by the way? I mean,
she's got to have like 13 agents now or something. And then she's got, I don't know, 3 staff members, something like that. I'm not even sure. She's got expansion teams because she's got people in our office and then in Salt Lake and then in St. George. So I think she's got 2 expansion divisions part of her team.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, dude, so I'm going to start back on my routine. It's like back to basics sometimes, you know. I've been so busy and, you know.
So let's talk. What are the basics? What are your basics?
Dude, my number one basic is running. Believe it or not. Like
can I challenge it?
Hold on a second.
Okay, go ahead.
My quiet time, my prayer time gets me to the right place. Period.
Yeah.
But I can tell you when things are falling off is usually when I stop running. Usually.
That's your signal.
That's the signal right there. But dude, I spend a good amount of time in prayer and then I go running, and that's what I do. But that's the basics for me. Basic.
Yeah, my basic is when I go back to it, it's prayer, meditation, journal writing, visualization, and reading books.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are the key 5 for me. Now, like exercise and nutrition, I don't have to go back to it. It just is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just is. Hey, do you read books that are giving you tactics, or like, for example, sometimes I go through books. So it depends what I'm trying to learn, marketing or whatever I'm trying to learn. But you're reading a book you were talking about earlier this week. Geez, what's the book you were talking about, man? It talks about the dopamine effect of Facebook Live.
Oh, Irresistible.
Right, Irresistible.
Yep. What about it?
No, I just think those books are cool, but sometimes I don't get so inspired to read all of them. I like books that are tactics, they're like strategies.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I think there's a lot to be said in understanding those patterns. Like, that's why BC's at 40,000 subscribers now since he went on this journey to hit 100,000. And it's because he's learning the patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Power phrases.
Give us one.
Dude, we do. Yeah, give us a power phrase. We do power declarations. I wonder if that's a power phrase. You know what I commit to from this conversation, though, tonight, Al, that I haven't been consistent at, that I believe will really go to another level for me? I recommit to 10 minutes a day of visualization. 10 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to challenge myself too. I'm going to do that. Because
oh, go ahead.
No, just because, dude, I'm not kidding. Like, when the basics fall off, the business can still do well, but there's certain things that are missing that could be better, you know?
Dude, so I challenged BC to raise his FFA account to 15% and reduce his give account, or not his give account, to reduce his necessities down to 50%.
That's a nice challenge there, I tell you that. Like,
he accepted it, so we'll see if he rolls out with it. It's tough to hit your necessities below 50. If you can hit necessities below 50, I have a great friend of mine. He crushes it in the insurance business. He says if you can learn to live off of less than 50% of your income, boom, financial freedom is just around the corner for you.
That's money right there. That's some good advice right there.
I mean, then with that extra 50%, you are so dialed in where every dollar is going.
Yeah.
So you cut your operating expenses and then you place in certain accounts that are going to create different types of interest. One interest is for your investments. One interest is for your love and your giving. One interest is for the motherfucking tax man. One is for long-term savings to do fun shit like travel or vacation or buy new cars or stuff.
Yep.
Dude, I can't believe, Al, you haven't signed up for an affiliate link yet for Financial Freedom Nation, and you're just telling everyone about it.
Yeah, I need to do that. Let me put it on my list here. I'm going to write it down.
And until Al gets his affiliate link, come sign up on my actual link.
No,
$97.
I can't do that because it doesn't work. His link doesn't get. It's a different program, guys.
It's not different. It's not. It's a different broker. Is that what you said?
I'm writing it down, man. All right. Set up my affiliate link.
It's the price we talked about it in our marketing meeting today, our media meeting. It's gonna go up to $497 the second week of July, and until then, we're offering the 8-week course for only $97. Still the deal.
That's a deal, man. Look, the whole system, the JAR system, it changed my life.
Right?
Sure. Great book.
Why? Yeah, that book, the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, is an epic book. That's actually a book that my students are having to read this week.
Yeah. So I fell off the last 2 weeks, just so you know. I was on the stream, but it's at a bad time for me on Mondays. It's like.
What are you talking about on Mondays?
It's on Mondays at time, isn't it? On Mondays, the stream, right? FFN.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Monday nights. I was confused. But you can log into your member. If you get a hold of Greg, you just log in. You can get your sign in for the website, or you can just watch the videos in the Facebook group recorded.
It's Tuesdays, right?
Mondays. No, it's Mondays. It was Tuesdays. Oh, no, one day we did a Tuesday. It's normally Mondays. I just couldn't do it on a Monday because that's when my daughter jabbed the thing through her mouth. We had to see the doctor and go to the dance thing, and it was just like a bunch of shit that day.
Mm-hmm. But it's usually Mondays. So, dude, I'm going to sign up for my affiliate link. I know personally, I speak for myself. It's been the best thing I could have done. I started it, I think, with like, I just went to a bank. I opened up all new accounts, and I literally just flat a certain number, all of them. And then from there, whenever I got a check, I would start to distribute it correctly, just to create the habit, you know. And then once I felt the habit, another habit that I'm creating now is writing down all my expenses every single day on my notepad. You know, something you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then on Sunday nights, I sit down and I, you know, just reconcile it and put it into my Excel sheet.
Nice. Chad just threw it down. It's the habit.
Hey,
so
I gotta
true. It's the habit.
I give a lot of credit to Chad because I was slacking on my FFN, and then he put this freaking powerful message like a week or two ago. He's like, I did this, I did that, I did. Remember that message?
Yep.
He went to the bank, he created. I said, dude, this guy's he's just on fire. So the next day, I literally went out there and I fixed my accounts, which I had to fix a couple things on it. So,
that's why that weekly Smart Week meeting is so important for you. So important.
Yeah. Cool, dude. Don't forget to
All right.
put this. I'm gonna put the link up. It's called the Net. Well, I'll send the link over rather than.
Hey, do you know Megan Boyle? It's Chad's wife.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is Chad taking Sundays off finally?
Yeah. Hey, Megan, how is Chad doing on that? I haven't asked him in a minute. How are those Sundays off? If he's not off every Sunday, I'm going to get on a plane. I'm going to fly to Atlanta, and I'm going to whoop him if he's not taking those Sundays off. She said, thanks. So I don't know. Does that mean he's taking them off, or he needs a re-whooping to get back up off on Sundays?
That was
maybe she's saying.
That was an intense meeting we had with Chad. He was.
Yeah, he was not wanting to. He was squeezing onto it like, I've got to work Sundays if I'm going to make money. And we're like, dude, no, you don't. Like, let it go. Boom, look, you took it off, and you're still in business, right? You haven't gone out of business yet by stopping on Sundays, have you, Chad?
No, he hasn't. I don't think he's doing a whole.
I mean, I haven't heard that he went out of business. No one told me. She's like, can we go back? We went to the Brazilian steakhouse when I was in Atlanta with my family, stuck there. Yeah. Me and Chad's family went there. I love that place. I love Brazilian food, dude. Like it's one of my weekends.
Yeah.
Oh, everything about Brazil. I love it.
Hey, so Colton, let me ask you this, because I write down my goals every day, right? And so I write down my goals, right? But I have.
That's weird. You write them backwards and upside down, though. How do you write them backwards and upside down?
Anyway, so I have like 2017 goals, 3 years, 5 years, and I have 10 years, right? And keep writing them, you know, and I go back and I read them. Like I go back like a year and a half ago, and it's really.
What are some of the goals you've been writing down a lot lately?
So I put down here, let's see here. Let's see.
Dude, let me go, while you're doing that, let me go grab mine so I can read mine back. So hold on one sec.
Let me get.
Okay, share away. I want to hear your goals. You got any, Al? You didn't write any down?
Yeah. So, actually, here's what I got. Some of the goals that I have, like for example, this year, I have a new buyer's agent. I have constant. Let's see here. See, they're like really specific. My goals, man. Like, let's see. I'm gonna tell you one.
Sounds like it. They're pretty specific.
They really are.
I'll just pull your leg.
Like one of the things I want to do here is actually, I want to have 50 grand more in my financial freedom account. So I wrote down here, I have $50,000 additional in my financial freedom account by the end of the year.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So you write that one often?
That one I do, for sure.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So one of the ones that this was on the 5th June 5th, I wrote this. So there was 2 notes I made. Number 1 is the 5 people you hire matter. And the second part is sometimes you have to go through people to find that one great hire.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to go through some people to find the hires I've got now, that's for sure. These are the targets I wrote for that day. I earn $150,000 a month. I drink 200 ounces of water a day. I drink 1.5 pounds of green per day. I still write that in my journal because it's a tough one. Because like I don't love it, right? But I love what it does for me. I write, I spend quality time with my family. I have a loving romantic relationship with my wife. I do, what in the fuck does that say? I don't even know what that says because I didn't read my writing. I exercise 6 times. Oh, I do HIIT training 4 to 5 times a week. I eat clean every meal. I have an abundance of energy. I travel with my family 2 weeks per quarter. That one is the one that I really want to, every quarter I want to be on 2 weeks gone with my family. I congratulate and praise my team daily. I serve my wife. I have 100 paying subscribers to FFN to acquire 50 new FFN jump starts every month. So I want to start acquiring 50 new students a month. That was what I wrote on the 5th.
So what's the one you write the most? The traveling?
Actually, that's not one I write the most. The one I've been writing the most are kind of 2 of them. Recruiting. I earn $150,000 a month, and the other is I earn $1.5 million per year. I also write we sign 20 deals a month pretty often, and we close 15 deals a month. We're on track for about 15 deals this month, and total revenue, I will definitely hit 125. I'm not exactly sure on how everything will land, but we could hit 150 grand this month. It'll be the first month ever.
Daddy, guys,
What?
I had to make it all
Oh, nice.
Is that even?
Dude. Awesome. Glad that helps you hear my goals. Dude, I'm going to cut you off, dude. My girls just got home and Lenny just popped up.
Let's go back. It's bedtime for me anyway.
Buenas noches. We'll see ya.